Hey there, it's CJ Willie and I'm back with a Magic the Gathering video. The newest expansion in Magic just released by Wizards of the Coast is Wilds of Eldraine. I picked up a pre-release kit from my local game store. I'm super excited to open up the packs and look at all the new cards. I'm going to go ahead, open up this pre-release kit, crack open the 6 draft booster packs, look at my promo card, and then I'll put together a deck that I would have played if I were participating in the pre-release event. So tell me in the comment section if you participated in the pre-release event. Front of the pre-release kit has a fairy tale looking. Alright, inside, good people of Edgewell, come step with my beat, past hamlet and cottage and cobblestone street, o'er river and stream, bewitched and beguiled. Oh, follow me into the wilds. Sounds pretty cool. As usual, there are punch outs with the Planeswalker symbols, +1/+1 counters. Pretty cool art. Set that off to the side. Pre-release kit. Planeswalker symbol with the same fairy tale looking art. Don't want to spoil my promo. I want to look at that at the very end. Set that off to the side. Put the pre-release kit right there. Got a purple looking die. Now this is cool. Set symbol. Get a lucky 7. No, 13. Unlucky. Oh no. Hopefully that's not a foreboding of things to come. Pre-release kit usually has an instruction guide. How to build the sealed deck. Know your role. So this is something I'm looking forward to. The various token, enchantment, role cards. Young Hero, Sorcerer, Royal, Wicked, Monster, and Cursed. Set that off to the side here. Alright, 6 draft booster packs. Not gonna look at that promo card just yet. The Divider, fairy tale-esque feel with a dragon over a town. Planeswalker symbol. So I'll set that right there. I don't play Arena, so I'm going to save this till a certain point in the video, and then I'll show the code. First come, first serve. So I'll set that off right there to the side. All right, first pack that I crack, I'll go through all the cards. Then in subsequent packs, I'll just skip to the uncommons and rares. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't seen any of the cards in the set yet, so I may go through all of them. Besotted Knight. I love that Adventure's coming back. I had a Lovestruck Beast deck that I played in Throne of Eldraine Standard. Ton of fun. Commune with Nature, that's a reprint. Shatter the Oath. Sleight of Hand, that's a really cool reprint. Charm Clothier. Merry Bands. Freeze in Place. Grand Ball Guest. Rhyme for Reindeer. All right, first uncommon, it's going to be Sir Armont the Redeemer, Tenacious Tome Seeker, Troyan Gutsy Explorer. I usually put prices on cards that are over $2. I don't know that I'm going to do it this time around because the set just released and the prices are all over the place. If I pull something that's really, really awesome, I may put a price down here. Okay, first rare Mythic in the pre-release kit is Sentinel of Lost Lore. 3 mana, 3/4. When it enters the battlefield, I get to choose one of those. Seems like it could be a pretty fun card. Oh, alright. And then there, just like in Strixhaven, Mystical Archives, or the Brothers War, Artifacts, March of the Machine, Legendary Creatures, there are enchantments. I pulled a rare Leyline of the Void. I think that's a pretty good card. I think I'll set those kind of down here as well. And then a Plains, and this is what I was talking about, token enchantments. So I've got Royal and Young Hero on this side. So I can use those when playing to designate which sort of role my creature is playing. So I'm going to put rares, and if I pull any of the special enchantment rares right there. Okay, next pack. Speed it up a little bit. Okay, Ferocious Werefox, Sweet Tooth Witch, Misleading Motes, Toonvale Guile, kind of messed that up, Toonvale Guide, Hollow Scavenger, Cut In, Cooped Up, Mocking Sprite. Alright, now into the uncommons. Dutiful Griffin, Picklock Prankster. I really like fairies. I'm excited to play a blue-black fairy rogue deck in Limited. Corval the Noble Thief, and the next rare is 3 Blind Mice, a saga. First time that sagas have appeared in an Eldraine set. And Garruk's Uprising. That's a card that has a little bit of value from core set 2021. I don't think this is going to have the same value. It'll probably drag down the value of that core set card. Foil Full Art Swamp with an island, full art, and a treasure token. Okay, next pack. Right, Titanic Growth. That's a reprint. Warehouse Tabby, Diminisher Witch, Hamlet Glutton, Break the Spell, Feed the Cauldron, Ginger Brute, Witch's Mark, Vantress Transmuter, the uncommons, a very focused fairy tale theme, more so than Throne. Fairy Dream Thief, all right, there's a fairy. Gingerbread Hunter, and Werefox Bodyguard is my rare. 3 mana flash. And then Waste Not. That's a card from core set 2015. I'm sure this will bring the value down quite a bit of that card. An island and a food token. Okay. Halfway through. See what the last 3 packs bring me. Not sure what direction I'm going to go. Not too clear yet. Maybe green-white adventures. Beanstalk Worm. Sweet Tooth Witch. Johann Stopgap. Slumbering Keep Guard. Ferocious Werefox. Bellowing Bruiser. Territorial Witchstalker. Flick a Coin. Candy Grapple. Some pretty funny art in this set. First uncommon is Imodane's Recruiter. Ashiok's Reaper. Edgewall Inn. That's a land. All right. Do we have our first Mythic? Or a Mythic, hopefully. Yes. Virtue of Loyalty. Showcase Mythic. It's pretty cool. And then Utopia Sprawl. With a forest and a monster sorcerer enchantment aura roll. Okay. 2 packs to go. It's cool Mythic. Not quite sure on what value it might have. Okay, Fell Horseman. Water Wings. Armory Mice. Verdant Outrider. Sting Blade Assassin. Scarecrow Guide, Ratcatcher Trainee, Redtooth Geologist, right into the uncommons, Graceful Takedown, The Princess Takes Flight, Soul Guide Lantern, a reprint from Theros Beyond Death, and the next rare is Spectre of Mortality, Flyer, 5 mana 3/3, okay. And then a Mythic Repercussion from the Enchanted Tales set. Foil Back for Seconds. Foil uncommon. And then a Full Art Swamp and a Rat Token. Okay. Final pack, and then I'll take a look at the promo. Stormcald Prowler. Archon of Glory. Brave the Wilds, Conceited Witch, Aquatic Alchemist, Plunge into Winter. I know I said I wasn't going to read all the commons, but this is the first time that I'm opening the packs Couldn't help it. Protective Parents, Bespoke Battle Garb, Edgewall Pack. Alright, and the uncommons. Collector's Vault, Woodland Acolyte, Howling Galefang. Looks like I might be going green-white adventures. And the final rare is Questing Druid. So sort of a mix between Quirion Druid and Reckless Impulse. Grasp of Fate is the enchantment. A mountain and On an Adventure card. Well, that might be a sign of things to come. Okay, before I get into building my sealed deck, before I look at my promo, here's the arena code. I don't play arena, so first come, first serve. Please take some time in the comments section to let everyone know if you were the one that got this code. So set that off over there. All right, something cool. Godric Cloaked Reveler is my pre-release promo card. 3 mana, 3/3 with haste. Has Celebration. I'm not quite sure how Celebration is going to pan out. I don't really know that I'm set up to utilize red. It's possible, but I really think I'm leaning more toward green-white adventures. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, clear this out, come back with my deck tech on the deck I would have built if I were attending the pre-release event. Okay, I'm back to go over my deck that I've put together, a little bit of a deck tech. I thought for sure my deck was going to be green-white adventures. There's a little bit of that, but surprisingly it took the route more focused on enchantments. So let me start off with the creatures. 1-drop 1/1 Slumbering Keep Guard. I like this card because enchantments will enter the battlefield and I'll be able to scry, dig through my deck to either find the lands I need or the next great creature spell. And later on in the game, I can pump it to get +1/+1 for each enchantment I control. So hopefully that will turn this into maybe a 3/3 or a 4/4. Armory Mice. I'm low on 2-drops, so I don't know that I'll get Celebration triggering off too soon, but a 3/1 for 2 isn't bad. Okay, I know that Virtue of Loyalty is an enchantment, but I'm putting it in the creature slot to begin with. For 2 mana, at instant speed, I can get a 2/2 White Knight creature token with Vigilance, and then it will sit around in exile until turn 5 where I can play it and then really start going crazy with my creatures. Territorial Witchstalker, like I said, I'm short on early creatures. It's a 2/3 defender, but as soon as I get a creature with power 4 or greater, it becomes a 3/3 attacker. Protective Parents is where the enchantments start to come in. When it dies, I can create a young hero roll and put it on one of my other creatures. Woodland Acolyte is my first adventure card. This is the type of card that I want to play all in one turn. For 4 mana, grab a card that's sitting in my graveyard, put it on top of my library, then when Woodland Acolyte enters, draw that card. Hollow Scavenger gets a food, then during the game I can threaten to make it a 5/4. Red-Toothed Genealogist creates another enchantment token. Sentinel of Lost Lore is one of my rares. When it enters, I can grab an adventure that's sitting in exile, say Virtue of Loyalty, cast it again, get another 2/2 token. So just an additional trigger on an adventure. Or I can get rid of a scary adventure on my opponent's side. I don't know that I'll use the last ability to exile my opponent's graveyard, but who knows. Werefox Bodyguard, creature removal, I can flash it in, exile a target creature that my opponent controls, or I can use it to save one of my creatures. Besotted Knight lets me create an enchantment, a royal roll for cheap, and then I can get a 3/3 body out of it. Ferocious Werefox lets me create a monster roll, and then when I play it, it's a 4/3 with trample. Rhyme for Reindeer is one of the payoffs for all these enchantments. With it sitting on the battlefield, every enchantment I cast, I'm going to tap down one of my opponent's creatures, and this will let me get in attacks, forcing my opponent maybe to make some bad blocks. Howling Galefang, there's a good chance that I'll have an adventure card in exile, so it will come in as a Vigilance 4/4 with haste. Charm Clothier, I'm not sure if I really want to include this, but it does create a Royal Roll enchantment token. It is a 3/3 flyer, so if the ground game gets a little clogged up, I can hopefully win the game out with a 3/3 flyer. Beanstalk Worm, 5/4 for reach, 5 mana, not bad. I don't know how often I'll play the adventure, but if the circumstance plays out right, I could get 1-up land advantage on my opponent. Sir Amont the Redeemer, this is a payoff card. It enters, creates a monster roll. I get a 4/4, and all of my other enchanted creatures get +1/+1. At this point, I'm hoping all the creatures I have on the battlefield are already enchanted, so just adding a little bit more oomph to the battlefield. Dutiful Griffin, 4/4 flyer for 5. I'll take that any day, and if for whatever reason I need to get it back to close out the game, I can sacrifice 2 of my enchantments and bring it back to my hand. I wish this put it back onto the battlefield, but that could be a little broken. Hamlet Glutton, I think, is a great common. If I can bargain this out on turn 5, I get a 6/6, trample, plus I gain 3 life. That's a pretty good swing. For the spells, I have Archon's Glory, really a combat trick, but I'm going to have a lot of tokens hanging out. And in a pinch, if I need to get through the last points of damage, play it for single planes, bargain something, get one of my bigger creatures up in the air, give it +2/+2 and lifelink. It's a pretty good swing. Brave the Wilds. I don't know how often I'm going to need to go and grab land, but I like that it's versatile. Later in the game, I can go and get the land I need and play it. If I bargain, I'll get a 3/3 creature out of the deal. Graceful Takedown, sorcery speed, but I'm going to have a lot of enchanted creatures. Should be able to take out any creature my opponent has. Cooped Up, basic pacifism, but at least I can pay 3 mana, say the next turn, and exile the creature, so I don't have to worry about my Cooped Up getting disenchanted. 3 Blind Mice. I like this card quite a bit. I'll create a token. The second and third chapter, I can create copies of tokens I already control, whether that's an enchantment or say a 1/1 mouse or a 2/2 knight with vigilance. Virtue of Loyalty, I think, is my biggest win con. After I've used the instant part, put the enchantment down, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each of my creatures and then tap them at my end step, that's going to be a beating. Finally, I have 24 creatures and spells. I'm going to play 17 land. I love playing a 4-1 card special and sealed. Edge While In, I think, is going to be pretty good. When it enters the battlefield, it enters tapped, which is a bummer, but I can choose a color, say white or green, whatever I need at that point. But later on, let's say my opponent got rid of my Virtue of Loyalty, I can tap it, pay 3 generic, sacrifice it, and return an adventure from my graveyard to my hand. So I really like to include this card in it. Okay, that is my pre-release deck for Wilds of Eldraine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, and share. Take some time to tell me in the comments section what you think about my pre-release kit and subsequent green-white enchantment / adventure deck that I built. Till next time, when I'm back to crack some more Magic the Gathering.